Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol NADL. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like you this time frame. I think that's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I did this analysis yesterday, so that's where these red and green line annotations are coming from, but want to get some things updated here. And update's probably not the right word, just because there's not really, I guess I take that back. There are some new levels to talk about, but the one thing that I was planning on doing, and then all of a sudden pulling back up the chart, is I was going to update this level here to, now being a level of support. But then the final 30 minutes happened, represented by that candle right there, and the price broke below it and then just continued to separate down through it. So because the price closed below this level, this has still got to be considered an area of resistance up there at $2.85, 86 cents, whatever you want to call it. So, and that's the thing. That's kind of the buzzkill. Today the price did a good job. It got above it. It was maintaining above it, and now all of a sudden it's back below. Now, does that mean that the entire chart is totally ruined? No, I'm not saying that at all, because even if the price, were to come down here, bottom out at that green line, you'd still have that set of lows, and then, down here before the gap, you picture those as stair steps, and the stair steps are still going in the upwards direction. So I'm not trying to come across like just because it couldn't maintain above 285, now everything's totally ruined. I'm just saying it's kind of like, oh, well, geez, all day it had done a great job, and then the final 30 minutes, the bulls just couldn't quite hold on. So going forward, 285 is still that initial area of resistance. If the price can push back above there, next key level to keep an eye on from a resistance standpoint, right up there at $3.30. As far as supports, already touched on this one, but 235 here, that green line is going to be the next level of support. And then I'm going to do a little house cleaning and get rid of that level. Reason for that is the purple line here really becomes, the key overall perspective, as I talked about in yesterday's video, meaning as long as the price stays above that 50-period simple moving average, keyword there being moving, so that line is going to continue to move upwards, and as long as the price is above there, then from a big picture perspective, bulls are in full control. Now, I realize if you're a day trader and you bought right there and you wanted to sell within 2.7 seconds, then yeah, for you the chart's looking rough and you could care less about this moving average. But I'm talking about things from the big picture perspective. So yeah, from the overall grand scheme of things, the bulls still have plenty of opportunity to build a higher base and therefore continue to construct a long-term uptrend, and that's the name of the game. So we'll see how things close out the week tomorrow. One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together this free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click that image right there and I will email you the guide. The guide is very short, it's to the point, and like I said, it is free. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.